Hey everybody, it's your self-proclaimed metal mogul. This time I am bringing you a contest entry for our own metal Marty Mack. There he is. Marty has been doing this now for a couple of years, I guess, and this is his 600 subs competition, but he's well on the way to 700 already, as you can see from that lovely mugshot. Marty's got a huge collection, and his videos are great. He's always discovering new stuff. He's all across the board with his metal as well. But he's also a massive movie fan. I think he's looking from some of the things he puts on social media. He's probably got a movie collection to rival that vinyl and CD collection he has in the background there. He is combining his love of both movies and music together in this contest. I don't think I've seen anybody do this before, and I've seen some great entries already. And it's really, really simple. All you have to do is find 5 albums with songs already, song title, whether it's the album or song titles themselves, that match up with a movie. Now, all of these 5, I think I own 4 of them. I don't have any physical covers to show. A long time ago now, I used to collect a lot of DVDs, and pretty much, I guess, when the vinyl bug started taking over again, I needed the room, and I ended up throwing all the covers, all the cases away, and putting all the DVDs themselves in like these metal flight cases, and I've got about 500 of them. But truth be told, I watch most of my movies online now, which is really ironic. I don't stream any music. I can't get my head around streaming music and not owning it. But movies, I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. Go figure. Just one of those things, really. But do check out Marty's channel. I will leave a link below. Absolutely brilliant member of the VC. I believe I'm gonna actually get to meet him in January. There's this big sort of death metal festival happening in Glasgow in the new year, next January. So I'm not a death metal fan, but there's a big bunch of UK VCs all going up there for that weekend. So it will be an absolute blast, and I'm pretty sure Marty's going to be there as well. So can't wait to meet you, mate. I'm going to hide you for now, and we're going to jump into the content. So I've picked 5 movies that I really enjoy. Only one of these I don't own because it's a bit of a bastard to get hold of, and that's the first one. So the first movie, or the first album, is Crocus Headhunter. And can you guess the movie I've gone with? Well, it is Eat the Rich. There we go. Now, Eat the Rich, if you don't know it, and yes, that is Lemmy, is it's a UK movie. I can't remember what it came out. It must have come out in the late 80s, early 90s. And it's a comic strip movie, so it's the same people that are behind Bad News. And they just did a whole sort of series of things, and this is one of their full-length movies that they did, and it's a brilliant movie. It's completely off the wall, but Lemmy's in it, and Nosha Powell is in it, and it's all sort of a bit anti-establishment, but I think it's on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, I would thoroughly recommend it. It's a great laugh, especially seeing Lemmy in there as a bit of a fixer, bit of a troubleshooter. So that's my first one. Let's pop you away for now. Second one, I thought this would be a bit timely. So this is Alaska with the Pack. The album is doesn't have a year on it. 85 it does. 85. Now Alaska was a project that included Bernie Marsden. Unfortunately, he passed away this week, so I thought it would be fitting to show something by him. As we all mark our respects for such a great musician. Now, on this album, The Pack, there is a song called The Thing. And of course, The Thing is a 1982 John Carpenter movie. I can't remember if the song actually relates to the movie or not. Given this is sort of more of a sort of hard rock slightly AOR-ish album. I don't know if it does, but the theme kind of matches. I could kind of. No, I can't match them up, but there we go. So Alaska, The Pack, with the song The Thing. Okay, next up. AC/DC's Fly on the Wall. Album came out also in 1985. And the track on here that relates to a movie is... I've got it. It's First Blood with Sylvester Stallone. Did you know, I read the book actually before I'd ever seen the movie, and spoilers, in the book he dies at the end, so there should really be no Rambo 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 or what have you, but in the movie he lived, so there you go, and we're all kind of glad he did, because I love the whole Rambo movies, all of them. The first one was kind of a little bit more serious, I guess, even though it was kind of low budget and very, very cheesy. But the cheese only got thicker and cheesier as the rest of the movies went on. But there we go. Rambo First Blood matched with AC/DC. Havoc, Conformicide. For this one, I have gone with the second track, which is not First Blood. It is Clint Eastwood's Hang 'Em High. Who doesn't love a spaghetti western? I love all of these movies that Clint Eastwood did back in the day. They've just got such a charm to them, and they're pretty brutal with it as well. As a kid, I kind of grew up on. There was always like John Wayne movies on at my grandmother's house, sort of Saturday matinee. But then when I moved on to like proper gritty, proper westerns like these, it was a massive step up, and I started liking westerns after that. So there we go. Next track, Havoc paired with Hang 'Em High. Okay, and the last one for this section of the contest, there's another one. I've gone with some classic new wave of British heavy metal. This is Avenger and Bloodsports. This is a Back on Black reissue from 2018. And track 8 on here is an absolutely fantastic cult movie. In fact, when I remember that track was on here, I didn't realise, I thought I owned it on DVD, but I don't. But it is on Netflix, and I had to go and watch it. I've not seen it for donkey's years, but the movie in question is, of course, Death Race 2000, and it's another Sylvester Stallone movie, but he's not the. It's very, very early on. I mean, this is what a 70s movie, is it? But David Carradine is the main character, and the story is just basically around a race, and there's about 5 or 6 cars in the race. They're racing around the world. They have to go to various checkpoints, and they get points for the number of people that they kill on the way by running them over different points. It's hilarious, but it's kind of trying to be really futuristic before special effects allowed futuristic stuff to actually look futuristic. But if you've not seen Death Race 2000, you've missed a treat. Absolutely brilliant cult movie. So that's my 5 movies that match 5 songs. In terms of recommending 3 movies, so that was the next piece of the contest. I've kind of copped out. I don't really buy movies anymore, and as I said, a lot of the movies I watched are online. I wanted to have something physical to show, and it just so happened I picked up 3 DVDs, and I never even buy DVDs. I normally just buy Blu-rays these days. But one thing I did think about in this video was if I could get 3 movies with Lemmy, and I already had Eat the Rich. I've got Lemmy the movie, but that's more kind of like a documentary, really, isn't it? And I was starting to search around and find out what other movies Lemmy had been in, and I came across this, Airheads. I've never even heard of the movie before. Back when it came out in '94, I would never have watched it. There's a lot of American comedies that were just kind of a bit too cheesy and it's got Adam Sandler. I've never been a massive Adam Sandler fan, but I did take a quick look at a clip on YouTube, and it seemed pretty funny and out there. So it's basically about a rock band that hold everybody in a radio station hostage because they won't play their tape or they won't play their demo. And Lemmy's in it for one scene, which I've still not seen yet. This only actually came in this morning, so I'm kind of looking forward to watching this and having a bit of a laugh at an old 90s movie. I don't know if you've seen this, Marty. You probably have. But it wasn't available on any streaming platforms, so I went on to, I think it was Music Magpie or even an eBay site, I think it was, and picked this up. But when I picked it up, I got sucked into the 3 for 2 offer. Then I had to go and find 2 more movies, whereas I could have bought 1. I had to then go and buy 3, spend more money to save money. I don't know how it works. So I struggled to find movies that actually, 1, I wanted to watch, and 2, weren't readily available on the streaming platforms that I have at my disposal. I did come across Duel. I have seen Duel before. I've never owned it on DVD, and I couldn't find it to watch anywhere for free, and I really fancied watching it again as soon as I saw it pop up on the offer. Duel's an awesome movie. It's one of those that has very little dialogue, very few actors. It's just pure suspense, with the main character basically out in the wilds of America, kind of being hunted down by a guy in a rusty old tanker. And Steven Spielberg, this was before he put Jaws out, but it kind of a good sense of the suspense he was able to produce in his movies, and why he was so successful as a producer as well. So really looking forward to checking out Duel again. And the third movie I picked up was this box set of Amityville Horrors. It's got the original 1979 version and the 2005 remake. I've never watched Amityville Horror. There's a lot of these sort of 70s, early 80s classic horror movies I've never actually watched. I've watched many of them. I only watched Exorcist, God, recently in the last 5 or so years, and I don't know why. I've always liked... I'm not a massive fan of horror movies, but I'm also not somebody who wouldn't watch them. But there's just so many classics from that period that I've never actually got round to watching, or if I have watched them, I don't remember. So I think this might trigger a little bit of a binge watch of those classic 80s, 70s, 80s horror movies. So if you do have any recommendations, put them down below. As I say, I've seen things like The Exorcist, and I always love the Nightmare on Elm Street. So any of those sort of cheesy 70s, 80s horror movies, if you think I should check them out, drop them in the comments below. And if I haven't seen them, I'll definitely track them down and give them a go, because I feel like it's part of my life that's clearly missing. But nothing like a haunted house horror movie. So there we go. Rambled on for long enough. Congratulations on the sub count, Marty. Very well deserved. It's been great to get to know you through your collection, and I look forward to meeting you in person. Thanks for watching. Again, check out channel below.